So I've decided I want to do A1000 again. Basically, for the most part, I've probably like scrapped the A1000 video, and instead I'm going to work on a tutorial. I have been learning a lot of things, and I'm going to be showing them off, at least some of those things in this video. And I'll explain why I am going into the mines. But you'll see. Now, this is a pretty basic trick that you can do for the rooms, but there's some other things I need to look into. On top of some testing I need to do with the rooms, I also want to test some other areas of the game, more specifically floor 1 all the way up to door 60. Not to like an extreme extent, or actually it might be an extreme extent, because I've learned some very interesting things through doing this. Also, this loading screen may take a bit. Hi. So yeah, I think it might take like a minute or two. Oh yeah, there we go. So one of the most important things you can do for the rooms, bandage pack. So now I'm in the mines, which doesn't make sense. I also want to quickly check something, since there's a lot of loot you can find in this place. Glow stick. These toolboxes. More glow sticks. Now, I think I've only got like 3.5 hours to do all of this, but I'm looking for a lighter. Yes, this is live. Okay, there's a lighter. And basically nothing else in the area to loot, so I'm not really able to test this properly. Oh wait, I'll take that. And that. Okay, so I don't know about using that because it might cause some problems, so I'm gonna use this. Actually, that might be a bad idea. I can get more shears, they're not that hard to get. So now that I've filled that in, all I need to do is leave. I probably could have just died instead, but I think that's faster. So now I rejoin. And I go to floor 1. And the plan here is that I can bring the bandage pack into the rooms. Cool. I wasn't able to stream yesterday because of something. In fact, I had to start stream early today because of something else that's going to be happening. But, okay, so it might take a second. There we go. Now another important thing, since I haven't quite gone through all of this yet, I want to get these 2 items, and I need to do another track. So this is going to be where all of my 11,000 money goes. So I have all the items I need for the rooms now, basically. Okay, actually, now I really have all the items I need. I don't know if the rift is going to stay there or not, or if I'm going to have to... I don't know if the rift is going to stay. Since that rift's there, it might. But I don't remember how the rift works, I'll have to look into that as well. There's a weird thing I've noticed with doors, which is that everyone thinks that the flashlight is extremely rare. And I want to see if that's actually true, because I don't think it is. I understand that it's rare, but it's not as rare as people think it is. I assume. It'll make sense after I've collected all the data I actually need for it. I've done some testing on like the item plus modes, or the more items mode. Okay, so room 8 is next. Oh yeah, I forget, apparently Crucifix can spawn on doorways. I'm gonna be playing Room solo for a bit. So I think that's room 9 that's next, and it might be locked. I need gold, and I also need proof of some items. I forget how slow I am, because I'm not, like... I don't have super speed active. Okay, so I think the Crucifix can spawn here as well on walls, but I haven't seen it. Mainly I'm just looking for a certain item. Or actually, I'm just looking for any item. But it would be extremely unusual if I found 2 specific items that I can find? Or no, can't find. I did some... No. I'm... There's a reason why I'm not doing that. The reason why is because I'm guaranteed to get a light source and no lockpicks. And while it would be useful for, you know, collecting data, it will only be useful in runs where I don't have to actually access the rooms at all. Which I can do in other times. Oh yeah, no, it shows up a little late on my screen because of... I think it's like a bot has to pick it up and then send it on my end. So it does have a small delay. I keep forgetting to check the top of doors. I really am not finding many items, but I think that's just kind of normal item spawns. Because I was playing on more stuff yesterday. I want to work out the actual probability of finding a flashlight, because I don't think it's as rare as people say it is. That could be a loot room. I hope it is. It is not. Also, nothing there. I don't know if it's real or not, but it looked real. With the Crucifix spawning on doorways. Would be nice if they could find a light source. Still nothing. I don't understand why I'm not getting any loot. I'm not sure if my expectations are just too high for loot. If I can find one of those box rooms, it would be very good. Okay, I found like one of the emptiest rooms. His eyes. Alright. Also, okay, I found one. So I'm hoping that I don't have to deal with, I forget what you call it, A60. I hope I don't have to deal with exit room A60. Alright, so let's just, the build up. Flashlight. See? Easy. And I'm not going to take it for a certain reason. I could just explain it now, actually. Basically, there's a certain rule to item spawns that's very strange. If you don't have a light source above 50%, then you can only find light sources. With the exception of super rare items like the Crucifix and the Skull Key, I believe. I've proven the Crucifix. But my theory on why the item is considered so rare is because people find a lighter, and after picking it up, they're incapable of finding flashlights. Which would explain why no one ever finds a flashlight at all. This is a corridor. Doesn't seem to be much loot around here. I was gonna say I haven't ran into Screech yet. Let's see if it's a dupe room. It was not a dupe room, it was a destroyed door. I've only found one item so far, so my sample size is pretty small. Sure hope the lights didn't flicker. I think it seems fine. Alright. This room has a lot of loot in it. I still want to find the box rooms, since those rooms can give you a lot of stuff. Also, I'm hoping that the items I have don't end up basically throwing off my sample and kind of messing it up. I'm testing like a lot of different things in this. I think one of the things I want to test is just basic item spawns. So I believe the lighter, lockpicks, and vitamins all have the same chance of spawning, but at different times. But yeah, if you have a light source that has less than 50% fuel, you'll only find light sources. Because I remember reading it on the wiki as you can find light sources if you have less than 50%. But it isn't like that. It isn't just that you can find them along with vitamins and lockpicks, it's that you can only find them. I tested this on extra items run, the more stuff mode, and it was the only thing I could find. I also tested the candle, and the candle doesn't count as a light source, probably because it requires more light sources. It requires a lighter to even function, and that's probably why it wouldn't count. 33 is next. This looks like a room that will have a box in it. Please be a box room and not a painting room. That's even worse. Okay, there was almost no branching paths. I really need to find more loot. This is the exact reason why I'm not using a lighter. Also, it doesn't work that way. You have to have a lighter, but if you use it too much, you'll only start finding more lighters. Like, I didn't know this, and I want to use this rule because it means that if you don't have a lighter, or have a lighter on low fuel, you can find flashlights, but if you do have a light source with enough fuel, you can't. So I'm trying to find the actual chance of finding a flashlight. Under the conditions in which you can actually obtain one. So far I've only found one item, which is it's a bit shit, but it was a flashlight, so that's interesting. I'm gonna need a massive sample for this kind of stuff as well. And I can't just use the more stuff modifier because I don't know how much it multiplies the chance by. I do want to make tutorial videos, especially if the A1000 tutorial goes well, but it's going to take forever to make it. I do also want to test the A60 hiding spot, but I'm worried that it won't work. And I'm also worried that it will take a bunch of testing to even get it to work. Anyway, guaranteed item number 2. Oops. It's gonna be a lighter. Yeah. So that's 1 flashlight, 1 lighter. If I hear a little ding sound, I know that something has spawned during the Seek chase. Also, I've had like 1 rush encounter. Or 2, I forget. It was 2. There we go. Wait, is the Seek hallway gonna be... Okay, no. I don't think... Wait, is it possible for Rush to attack before... in the room right before Seek? Because I've never gotten a Dark Seek hallway except for when I used one of the candies that makes it dark. That's interesting. Maybe I can make a floor 1 tutorial. Yeah, there really aren't too many. I guess it is only floor 1. Also, in my testing, which there wasn't much of it, 39. Oh, it's one of these rooms. In my testing, I actually found... I got a decent number of ambush encounters, and my tests end at around door 50, just because everything slows down from there. Because you have to do the whole puzzle and stuff. And you can't use a lockpick on the door. It doesn't end before 50 though, it ends at 50, because I still use the drawers in there. And it's easy to get them with maximum overdrive. Yeah, I think I do, yeah. I think this is a late Seek chase. Like, very late, actually. I remember getting a Seek chase, I think he immediately put me to door 50. Yeah. Oh, I'm so slow. I do kind of want to loot stuff, but it's dangerous. Alright. And... there we go. That was actually concerningly close. Oh, for a second I thought I was in a dupe room. I streamed early today because I have to go somewhere later. So streaming at 2 PM wasn't much of an option, especially since I'm doing the rooms. I'm slightly annoyed that I'm not finding any items. That was interesting. The noise of Rush just faded out for a moment. Don't tell me they've made room 49 dark. What? Wait, no, is this actually a dark 49? It is. I didn't think this would happen. I won't be having joints on for any of the rooms testing I have going on. So, I've been getting weird luck, actually. I've only found 2 items, I believe. Which kinda sucks, because I need more. I need a lot more items to be able to test this. because I need to test the probability of every item in the game. And I'm starting with, like, the flashlight and the lighter, probably. I think I need to be more careful through this, because I don't have maximum overdrive. There's one on the other side, and there isn't one here. I think they're about, yeah, there they are. So, when I was on maximum overdrive, I did a glitch. I opened the lockers, they started chasing me, and they got stuck here. They escaped from it after enough time passed, but they really did just get stuck. I kind of hope there's loot in there, but there probably isn't. 5? And I don't really have much. Not till I get the second digit. It would be nice if it was that one that was the way up. Just because it's easier to actually loot these sections. Nope. Oops, that was unnecessary. Hello. Oh my god, this... This entity is insufferable. I'm just hiding. What happened? But, like, I don't feel like it was a coincidence that I got a flashlight first, like, as my one item. Yeah, they're coming up. Alright, I need to give them a moment. Beat Floor 1 got Crucifix from Jeff. Got another Crucifix, then another one, and Crucified Giggle and Gloombats. Glad you managed to crucify two of the more annoying entities to crucify in this game. 2 red jacks with 2 red rooms. Oh wait, I just noticed they're gone. They are no longer gone. Okay, now they're gone. I wonder how much you have to play to get runs that lucky. Probably a lot. Run, 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 run. That was extremely close. Alright, okay. Oh shit, I can't read. 5? Then 1. 510, I hope. 5102 2. 51022. There we go. You don't have to do the minigame anymore. I think though, they have been made a lot more, like, their pathfinding's better. I wonder what happens if you have a light source. Like, do you actually... I guess you probably would still get soul these. Anyway, no crucifix, which is unfortunate. And I'm not taking any of these, because I already have this maxed out. And, you know, reasons for those two. I also need to test something that doesn't seem the most credible. Supposedly, you can find a flashlight in the rooms. But it is credited as being extremely rare. And I think I know why. Oh, for fuck's sake. Two blood rooms in a row is very impressive. I'll wait until the next minute. Okay, I think I'm good. I could be at any point through this minute, so I don't know, it could take like another 40 seconds or another 5. Sometimes they do take forever to come back. Okay, the minute's gone. I think I'm fine. There we go. Actually an unfortunate place to get them, since they don't go too far back before having to rebound. Okay, 57 is next. Oh god damn it, I wanted to loot the other room. 58. I've heard of those, like, you know, fan-made modifiers. It's cool. Any loot rooms? There's one. Seriously, I need items. I wonder if there's something affecting, like, items, because I think you can still get lockpicks and vitamins even if you've got full on them, so... I'm not sure how that would work. Oh wait, they lit up the room for me. Yeah, no, nothing of value. Is this the room? No, it is not. 58. There wasn't anything of value in that. A lot of dark rooms. 60... and 61. It's possible to make the glow just not appear at all. Gone fishing's actually more dangerous than it seems, because it completely removes all guiding light, including the one in the Seek Chase. I didn't notice until it actually happened. There's the Jammin' modifier. That one's also quite tough. I have beat the game without sound before. But that was like before Hotel Plus. Technically it was that on top of a bunch of other challenges that had to be done at the same time. Which just makes it even harder, but... I'm almost at the rooms and it's been like 30 minutes. Oh god. And it's only taken this long because I wanted to find loot for my samples. I didn't realize that it would be that difficult. I didn't understand what Gone Fishing would be like. And I'd do it again. It's 5%, and it's a worth it at one. Because, like, at least I'm not adding 5% to make the game, like, 5 times harder. Okay. Still no items. Across this entire run, I have only found a total of 2 items. Being a flashlight, and then a lighter. I was hoping I could find more. I need data for my... I've decided to do a rooms tutorial. And to make one, I need a huge sample. On basically everything I can find. Also, I just realized I still have the clock with me. Oh, wait, I forget. Skull Key can actually open regular locks, I'm pretty sure. And here we go. I don't know if I'm going to be able to survive, because if I get an A60 exit room, I've got 2 options. Either run with the vitamins, or I have to hide against a wall, which I still don't know how to do it, and I know that if you do it wrong, you die. That's pretty far. I think it would be especially brutal for, what is it, rooms 90? So, there's a theory I have, and this is going to require multiple runs of A1000 to even work out, which is this, the gummy light. As I said before, if you have a light source that is above 50%, you can't find any other light sources. And also, you can actually find vitamins and lockpicks, because for some reason those aren't obtainable unless you have a light source. I think this counts. Which would explain why I never found a flashlight in A1000, even if it is rare. And it might not even be as rare as people think, because it's probably just that you can't... I didn't bring a flashlight because I'm testing a certain rule indoors about item spawning, which is... it's going to be complicated to explain. Also, I've explained it like 3 times. But like 50%. So, I'm not going to be bringing a flashlight or the gummy light into this. And I'm going to see how long it takes me to find a random flashlight. Because apparently you can. It said on the wiki you can find a random flashlight. I could just bring a gummy light, and put it to low durability, but I want to actually see if this is doable. Also, I'm gonna put this in slot number 3, because I don't really need it. Hardest way I'm getting A1000. Not quite the hardest, I have the bandage back. I'll be able to see, and A90 is now a lot easier. Bandages heal 15 each, and I can carry 10. So I've got almost 2 whole heals of A90. And I'm able to stockpile them, which is very good. It's going to be complicated to explain why the battery pack is not good for the rooms. The only video I managed to find on YouTube about the flashlight actually being obtainable in the rooms was a video of someone just basically looking at a flashlight in the corner of one of the rooms. So it could have been placed there, but there's a possibility it was, and there's a possibility it wasn't, so I'm gonna find out if it's actually a thing that can happen. There's probably proof somewhere. Because it's not like they opened the room and then found the flashlight. I also do kind of need to test these rooms, like the length of them, the size of them. For example, there's 2 variants of this room. One where you start on this side, and one where you start on that side. It can be backwards, which is interesting. Also this room, there's like 4 variants of it. Ah, the lockers are in different spots. Uh-oh. Wait, I think they are. I guess now's a good time to test if glitch appears. Uh-oh, the debris is different. I didn't know that could happen. Okay, how far back can I go before I get attacked by glitch? Do the doors start to close? Huh. Oh yeah, there we go. Closed door. The lower it is, the more slow you are. Not sure about slowness. Maybe you come across a mob and it's slightly lowered, so it's very lenient as long as you're careful. Huh. Not sure how that would work though. I used to play a bunch of Backrooms games, and I feel like the sanity bar really is just a replacement of, like, hunger bar or something. Not sure what that sound was. Is that that's a battery. I think it makes sense that you can find a flashlight in here. You know, just in case you forgot to bring the gummy flashlight or something. Like, you're very unlucky, so the devs kind of made it so you could actually get something to use when you come here. I probably should have bought the gummy flashlight just so I could bring it with me, and, like, put it in the rift. One of the few modifiers that disable a couple of modifiers, because if not disabled it might be impossible. Huh. Apparently it's possible to survive a 60 by hiding down here, because it can't see you. Because of, like, raycasting and stuff. I thought the mobs had something to do with raycasting, and that is true. If you look at some spots where you can hide from entities in floor 1, it's clear that they're in range of you. Because they're, like, right next to you. But you're behind something, so they can't kill you. I think the tutorial mainly comes down to what level of detail I'm going for. And I want to be very detailed in it. I think the most popular rooms tutorial right now is like... Oh. The lamp. There is a chance I don't find the flashlight at all during this. And if I do find it, I'm not picking it up, because I need to test the actual probability of finding them, which means I want to find as many as possible. And picking one up means I won't find any. There's a lot of interesting things that you can find though. All flashlights in the game have 2 minutes of charge, but they have different numbers of bars. And a battery can only it can only regenerate 2 bars. So a spotlight has 2 minutes and only requires 1 battery, while a bulk light requires like 4 batteries. So it drains through a whole battery in 30 seconds. Which is very annoying in a place like this, where batteries are a bit annoying to find. Also, it's interesting, you can't find entities in this room at all. The number of rooms you can actually find entities in is very small. I feel like I'm gonna end up walking past the flashlight and just not seeing it. I'm almost at A60. A120, instead of going through a straight line like A60, it actually goes and passes through you, so not having a locker will kill you. The only safe option for him is lock. Yeah, that is true. You can see it when hiding, they do travel straight for you. It's interesting that they work that way, as compared to A60. It's also interesting, on the wiki there's an exact damage count for A60, 125, so you can survive it with a bottle of Starlight. But not quite a vial of Starlight, though. The strange thing, though, is... I forget what it was. Oh yeah, also I should probably check F9, see if anything's happening. Okay, just open door signals. I'll check it later to see if anything happens with entities. It's pretty fast. Sent signal. Huh. What's causing that? Oh, I know what's doing that. Okay, let me scroll up, see if anything happened. Open door, there's no spawn indication for A60. Send signal is the icon here for opening the thing. Yes, Undertale reference. I don't remember how dark this really gets. But it will get a bit dark. I think the current settings for sound is fine. I'm not getting a sent signal anymore. Also, I'm getting a sent signal every time I open a room, which is... I mean, it makes sense, actually. Wait, what? No more sent signal. Fake A60. What, the conveniently shaped lamp? Oh yeah, that is a thing from Undertale. I haven't played that game in forever. I don't know if entities can spawn in that room. For some reason it's stated that they can't. So yeah, my goal here is to find a flashlight eventually. Because I know there is one. Let's check F9. Completely normal. A90 or A60 is really fast. I only played Pressure once. I might play it again one time, just so I can do Localess. Because I am interested that there's actually a badge for doing it Localess. I've seen the Localess tutorial, so I know a little bit. I also know what it's like to hide from Pandemonium. Wow. The sound they make as they pass you when you're just sitting in a corner in the dark. It's very ominous. It's much different from every other entity in the game. Okay, here we go. Always enough time for this room, but never feels like it. So let's see. A signal is sent like crazy as soon as you enter a room that has A60. Huh. Oh yeah, I know a lot about, like, the rooms right now. I'm trying to test as much as I can about this game. Like, yeah, nothing spawns here. I'm trying to work out if you can actually find a flashlight here at all. Because it's stated you can. For once, the badges are more fun and also more hard because they're more variable than Doors badges. That makes sense. It kind of makes sense that games like those wouldn't expect you to actually do a $12,050 game. Whoa, those stairs are really slow. Anyway, my goal is to find a flashlight in all of this. Just one will be decent, but the more I find, the higher sample size I have. Preferably, I can get to a sample of like 50 to calculate the actual chance of finding something like this. Because larger sample sizes, more accurate results. Send signal to open door. Next hiding spot I'll take. Because I need to test this. Why is it different? Sent signal applies if you hide in a room there an entity spawns. I don't think that was a room where an entity can spawn though, so we'll test it in a room where an entity can spawn. So we'll look out for sent signal. Okay, I have no clue what any of this means, but apparently you only get sent signal in rooms with entities. I never checked F9 when I was in floor 1, I forgot to. Yeah. Let's see. Come on. Send signal. What? There's no send signal. I don't understand what's causing it anymore. That's really unusual. Yo, it's Bob, the skeleton. It's actually confirmed to not be the skeleton. I was wondering if that was going to be like a way to play the game deaf. I guess the only other way to play the game deaf is just to go in every hiding spot and wait a few seconds. F9. I forget what it's actually called. I think this is the, dev console. Basically, this just shows a bunch of outputs from the game. And it's interesting because you can find, like, sent signal to open door, and this happens whenever I open a door. Say, for example, right here, I open a door, and it should have sent a signal to open the door. I think it did. Yeah, it's sending signals to open the door. It says it. But it is possible to find much more interesting stuff through using it. I think what it is it's basically just showing you, like, outputs. It's good for coding, basically, because you can code to basically have, Oh wait, I'm able to get A90 now. You can have it coded so that there's certain text outputs whenever something happens. So say something unexpected happens, like some section of code doesn't work. If it doesn't work, it can send a signal, or it can go on a different path and basically send a message saying that it didn't work. Which is actually very useful for testing if something is functioning properly or not, because, oh, it's gone. At the top of that, it had, like, a massive amount of info about, I believe, just loading in the area and how long it took, and, like, if it's functioning properly and stuff. But it can actually be used to find errors. In Superblock 64, I might actually show this if I have time at the end of the stream. I could actually show this. Although I don't remember an error I'm easily able to perform, because wrong warping is a little complicated. I know how to do it, I don't quite know how to break it. But Super Block 64, F9 is actually extremely useful, because every time you teleport, the game tells you what region the game actually thinks you're in. Wrong warping actually offsets where you are compared to where the game thinks you are. Uh-oh. But yeah, basically, wrong warping offsets where you actually are. So you could be in a different location of the game while the game thinks you're somewhere else. So let's say you're in World 1, but the game thinks you're in World 2. It's actually very useful because it keeps two areas of the game loaded in at once. Which means you can actually travel between those areas without loading zones. Which in some cases can actually save massive amounts of time. But it can also explain certain error messages, because I think there's one, I don't remember how to explain it. But you travel to an area that... I believe it's that you try to travel to an area that the game already thinks you're in, something like that, or maybe somewhere that's loaded in, but the game doesn't think you're in, and you get something like, I don't know, checkpoint is not a valid member of current area .checkpoints, stuff like that. So it's possible to find that kind of stuff, and it's very interesting. I'm only getting open door signals. I haven't gotten that weird signal thing in a minute. It just seems to have stopped completely. It's very unusual. Because I'm not sure what caused it. I think there was just more gold. No light source is going to make it very hard to find a flashlight. I do have a lot of experience with A90. And I have an item that will keep me as safe from them as possible. Also, how long has it been? It's been... oh god, it's been a little bit actually. I might need to hurry up. Evil stream exploder. Oh no, my stream. Because I wonder if it outputs, like, A120 is rebounding. Because it's not impossible for the dev console to, like, say for example if there was entity spawning tests, they'd want to make an output to show if the entities actually spawned properly. And if they do that, it's possible for anyone to see if the entities spawned. From what I gather. And yeah, no, so I'm basically just checking to see if the dev console has anything kind of interesting in it. Since it has a message to say that it has a message to say that a player tried to open a door. Sent signal to open door. I think specifically it says sent signal and then sent signal to open door, so it specifies where that signal is, what it's doing. Like its actual purpose, which, if, I guess, like, if I can find something else. This is another room where entities can attack. Fortunately no A60 or A120. Oh yeah, it gets dark. And it gets much darker than this, I'm pretty sure. But I still need to prove that you can find a flashlight here. I don't think I've ever heard of that. Okay, this room's safe. Long corridor. Oh wait, it's this room. Exit rooms are the bane of my existence, though. They are very dangerous. But, so, A60 does 125 damage. It's been checked and they do exactly that. Apparently, A120 has been said to just insta-kill you. Alright. I should probably play in, like, the dark or something so I can see better. I think I'm... That made it slightly easier to see. Also moved my chair up a little, so it should be a lot easier to just see in the dark without any light source. Yeah, but I mean, they can't do 100 health. That would be a bit unfair. Because they're the most annoying entity to avoid. Also, you have to factor in human reaction time. Because, like, I think the average human reaction time is about 200 milliseconds, so if, let's say, you're about to hide, and then A90 appears, like, say, 150 milliseconds before you're gonna enter, most people will enter the locker, and I don't know how much lenience there is in entering a locker when A90 is spawned. Oops. Because there's definitely going to be some lenience, but I don't know how much there will really be. Alright, I'm good. Why am I getting so many A90s? I have a theory for how A90 spawns. But it's a little complicated. I think A90 has two possible kind of ways they can spawn. One is that they just have a random chance to spawn every second, and that chance basically stays the same. Or, they have a random chance of spawning within a given time frame, say 5 to 10, maybe 5 minutes. So each second they have a different chance of spawning, and after, say, 5 minutes they're guaranteed to have spawned. I remember being told A60 has a timer, but is that confirmed, like, anywhere? Because I've heard you can find flashlights in here, and that's what I'm testing by trying to avoid the light source rule, the 50% rule. But the only footage I've seen of it is someone placing a flashlight in the corner of the room. Or, not placing, but it could have been placed. I'm not saying it has been, but I'm saying it could have been. What? F9. I don't understand what scent signal is. There's so many of them in one spot for some reason. And it had something to do with entering lockers. I am also going to have to work out that glitch that mutes items, since that seems useful in an area where the gummy light makes shit tons of noise. Bye. I don't think that's true. Because, I tested this. That's about 9 minutes ago that spam of sent signal. And I believe that was when A60 had spawned, but I've just gotten an A60 and nothing spawned. There was no send signal. And it had something more to do with me hiding in lockers than anything for some reason. But it's just gone now, and I'm not sure why. Hi. I'm doing okay. I have not been hit by A90 yet. And also I don't have a light source because I want to see if I can find one. Also, yes, every single run on this, okay, bye. Every single run I'm going to be doing on this is going to have no light source. Problem as well is, I don't know if I'm going to be able to calculate, like, the exact chance of finding something like a flashlight in the rooms. Main reason is because it's so dark that I won't be able to actually tell. Yeah, still nothing. But basically, I won't be able to work out the exact chance of an entity spawning. Or no, a flashlight spawning. I would assume that it's got a certain chance for every single, like, piece of loot that spawns. The main problem with that is, bits of loot also have their own chances of spawning. Which is 2 chances on top of each other that I'd have to measure, and that sucks, especially since I don't know where everything spawns. I could measure it by the number of flashlights I find per room, which would be extremely small, so more like per room's run. But that's another problem, because that's not really my chance. It's not really a B chance, it's more like my chance, because I'm not going to find every piece of loot in the room. There's something on the wiki about being able to find it, so I'm going to see if it's actually a thing. If I can't find a flashlight in 3 runs of this, I'm convinced that it just isn't doable. I'm talking like 3 full runs. It does get very dark very fast. Still no A120. Ah, still no A120. Nope. Still nothing. I'm not running into much. Luckily A90's stopped. Still nothing. There's a bunch of loot down here that I want to look for. Fake A60. Now, like, I've watched the rooms tutorial. Like, I think it's the most popular one there is. I haven't actually seen any other than this one that was at the top of the search results, I believe. There we go. It was interesting. I'd say it was actually a decent tutorial. It's definitely missing a lot of stuff though, because it's before the Mines update. So it's definitely outdated. I wonder though, hold on. I can open tab, F9. What are these arrows? Oh, they're gone. So, I can't really check for them. Wait, did you put the fake A60 after I already found a fake A60? Not necessarily. I don't know what the error was. I think it was one of the first messages that appeared. So it was something to do with actually loading in the whole area. Uh-oh. Oh, safe room. Alright, I think I can... I felt like I could hear an exit room, but I knew that I wasn't in a spot where I could. I'm hoping I can get through all of this, and hopefully, you know, by the end of this, I won't be so exhausted that I just refuse to ever do this again. Because I need to do this a lot of times. So is the... Oh god, oh god. Okay. Is the mic? Yeah, the mic is on. Yeah, I plan on making a tutorial with better tips. I actually have, oh, it's the same room again. I have a small document I've made. Just on, like, Notepad. It's got a decent bit of stuff on it. I think, like, 3,300 characters. And it's only covered the items so far. It's basically just brief descriptions of the items and how they can be used both in and outside of the rooms to access the area. Wait, what were the tips last stream? I think the biggest thing I need to do is try to avoid prioritizing loot, because it loses me time that I don't have. Yeah, the timer definitely seems interesting. I haven't seen A60 in a while. But I have gotten A60, I believe, only a few seconds apart, so it's either that increasing chance thing, or it is by room. There it is. Also, this room specifically is mentioned as a room where A90 is very likely to attack you before you reach a locker. I think the reason why is, of course, because when you enter the room and an entity spawns, if A90 is going to spawn, there's kind of a range of time in which they're going to spawn after another entity is spawned, like A60 or A120. So this room's safe because an entity already attacked in the previous one. At least that's what I gather about this place. I'm gonna go this whole way and never actually need the bandage pack. Still worth bringing with me, though. Is this faster at an angle? No, it's just always slow. Ah. I definitely do want to prove that flashlights can spawn here, but it definitely doesn't seem worth it to find them. Well, I thought I saw something, but no, still nothing. So, like, I'm gonna need a massive sample size if I want to do this, but I might need to take some occasional breaks. Like, it's gonna take a long time for me to make this. I am hoping that the video does really well, though. Theoretically it will, since I've made tutorials before and they've blown up. I am hoping that the video will blow up. I think that's kind of what I would hope for most videos, but I feel like most of them wouldn't. But if this is actually, like, a reliable tutorial, then maybe it will. And it isn't too long. I am thinking of running a bunch of tests, and if my results are accurate enough, if I get good enough results, I might just, I'll make my first YouTube short. Oh god. It'll probably just be a basic YouTube short about how the flashlight is not as rare as people think it is. I actually don't know if it is or not. But that's why I'm testing. It is interesting, though, that a game as popular as this, with a community so large, it's pretty accurate. I definitely feel like there's a lot of loot in the corner that I'm not going to end up finding. Like that one coin just sitting there. Especially since the flashlight is quite a dark item, it's going to be hard to see it. Also, I forget behind the pillars has some stuff a lot of the time. Fake A60. Safe room. I should probably look rather than listen. For these rooms. Where am I? Am I almost at 200? Well, I can't see it, unfortunately. Yes. A90. Yeah. Chance is pretty high. I believe the chance for an A90 is probably, like, decently high. At least 20%. And I think, like, on average, they take maybe 7 seconds, maybe 5 seconds, actually. But, yeah, the reason A90 is so likely to attack you in those longer rooms is just because, like, in this room it takes forever to get to a locker, but in other rooms it's like, you get to a locker in 1 second or something. I'll F9 again, see if anything's happened. Oh! Something. That just happened as well. Okay, yeah, I'm getting sense signals for being near, a locker. Wait. Wait a minute. Is it because... Oh, that's weird. That is so weird. I've worked it out. Every time you open a door, there's a sense signal, then sense signal to open door. And if you look at the end of this, it's the same pattern. Sense signal to open door. What's happening is I'm close enough to the door when I hear that it's constantly sending the signal to open the door. So my guess is that it's not opening the door because the line drawn between me and the door is obstructed by a wall. I can hear A120. Debug menu actually only sends one thing, and it's when you try to open a door. Actually, more accurately, it's when you try to open a door and when you succeed at opening a door. Because it will repeatedly send signals that you're close enough to open one. But it won't actually send a signal if you're able to open one. Yeah. Also, my only way to actually measure the chance of the actual range of time for A90 spawns is to find the shortest possible time out of every A90 spawn and the longest amount of time. Also, that section's really good in terms of sampling data because that's probably one of the shortest amount of times I've ever gotten between two A90 attacks. Yeah, I think that's the shortest time I've had between two attacks. Anyway, so let's test it again, see if I'm correct. So, I go up here, send signal, and then it stops as soon as I'm away from the door. Then, send signal to open door. Okay, I won't have to do that again, because it was a little risky. But I understand how it works now, which is awesome, because now I understand another piece of how rooms works. I might have to document it, but technically I'm streaming, so it's already documented. But that's the thing, you can learn a lot of interesting stuff through using the debug menu. Because now, I believe, like, that is reasonable evidence to show that opening doors is defined by raycasting. I think that's already kind of been determined Considering, like, I'm not sure how else you would do it, and it's probably just common practice to actually use something like that. I only did a small amount of coding in my past. But it is interesting, because you can... If you open the debug menu in certain areas, you can always find something important. I think the only reason you can't find entity spawns is because you're not meant to. Like, it may have been removed so players wouldn't be able to spot entity spawns immediately, just by having the menu open. Because that could ruin part of the game, but it would also make it possible to play deaf. I wonder what that one player was saying about playing... I think there was an achievement for being pressured deaf or something, I'm not sure. Or maybe they were just talking about, like, the deaf mode in the game. Where there's, like, visual cues for entity spawn. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay, okay. Nearest hiding spot is there. I think, if I am fast enough, I can survive A60 by running back there. But it might be too risky. Okay. That's an A121. I heard a ding sound. It sounds a lot like the achievement sound, but I'm wondering that's... So that ding sound is either an indication that there's an exit room nearby, or it's an indication that an item spawned. There's the item. But I don't hear it in every room I enter. Okay, so supposedly, it's possible to hide, let's say, I think here, and you can survive A60. I think it's actually here, but I'm not sure how reliable this is. Probably in an angle like this. Angle like this, you might have it raycasted to your head and you die. So I think this might work. Main problem is, if they can see you at all through this gap, you die. So I'd need to know what that looks like, but this is my first exit room. That ding sound though, there's something going on with it, and it's either an indication of this room or an indication of items. And it makes extra sense since the items spawn so close to the door, I would be able to hear them even if it was really far away. Even though I might not be able to hear it on the other side of the room. So I have to pay extra special attention. So a money sound does play if money spawns. I heard more money. The problem is the sound has to be louder than the door opening. And it still sounds so much like the achievement sound. I'm not sure how much the achievement sound and the item sound are similar to each other. But like, they must be quite similar to each other if I keep hearing it. Yeah, because there's an item there and no sound. Run, 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 run. Okay, no A90 until like 2 seconds later when A90 spawns. It won't even be an enemy-based A90 then, it will just be a regular A90. So it's highly unlikely. There's money in this room, right? Yeah. I think most rooms have money in them. Though it does mean theoretically I could hear the sound of a flashlight spawning. Although I thought that was kind of a thing you could do in, like, as of recent, not like... Oh wait, this area was updated in the Mines update, so I guess technically it would have some new stuff in it. I think I need to speed up. This is going to be my only run of A1000, by the way. For today. Strange, actually. Opening a door and there's no entities, but I do get an A90 immediately. Thought I saw something in the locker. This place is more desolate than I remember. Much more desolate. More money? Thing is, every room has money in it, so... Well, at least most of them. Fake A60. So if a flashlight spawns, it should have a very distinct sound indicating that it's here. I'll still check around in the off chance that it doesn't actually make such a sound. But if I do hear the sound, I'll look around the room as much as I can. So I don't think there's items here. Yeah, and they go straight for me. Let's see if there's a rebound signal. Yeah, it seems like they're not rebounding. I think the flashlight test in floor 1 is going to be a lot easier because I'm going to run into a lot more items. Problem is I'm going to have to test the chances for every type of, like, container. Because I believe loot boxes, like the locked boxes and stuff, I'm at about 200. I managed to detect one of the exit rooms before it opened. It turns out it's actually a lot louder than I remember. So it's a very good way to look out for if that happens. I've also realized I can hear gold spawning on the other end of, on the next room before even opening it. Or maybe it's when I opened it. I think there was a fake A60 there. So there's no gold in this room at all. Huh. Maybe it was too quiet. Oh yeah, I heard some gold. So it's not super useful unless it has the flashlight sound. Because, like, I'll search every room in case it doesn't make the sound, but if it does make the sound, I will search everywhere for it. Yeah, nothing special from the sounds of it. Whoa! Double break room! At least, I think this is called the break room on the wiki. I'd probably just call it like the kitchen or something. It does also have like / the kitchen. Triple. Oh. I'm really not getting much. One of the recommendations I noticed for the rooms, I remember a very interesting recommendation for the rooms, which is the turn volume all the way up thing. Because I'm just thinking, have you never encountered A90? Like, what do you mean by all the way up? Because I could make this very loud, and if I do, A90 is going to make me bleed through my ears. Not a good idea. I don't think there's much interesting on this room then. Literally no money. Huh, I guess there was money. So I can't hear the batteries, but I do hear an achievement sound whenever a certain thing spawns. I think one of the things I need to learn about this place is nothing happens without reason, and if I'm able to detect if there's a sound for a flashlight spawning, and if there's a sound for an exit room spawning, I need to know that. There's another one. Okay, this is actually really dangerous. Turns out they're a lot easier to hear now. That's very far back. And if it's A60, I'm fucked. Okay, nothing. So this time I didn't hear an achievement sound. I heard an achievement sound last time, I heard an achievement sound and then this room appeared, shortly after, but this time I didn't hear it. I think if there's any connection I can make to that sound, I need to find it. Because it's not the sound of an item spawning, and I'm not sure if it's the sound of this room spawning. Which makes it extremely complicated to work any of this out. A60, so there's some lenience there. Because, like, they appeared when I was getting in. Or maybe slightly after I started getting in. Anyway, another... Not sure why they're attacking in bursts. This is going to affect my sample. Still, the more A90s I get, the better. And it's actually quite easy to spot A90 in the footage, because there's a knocking sound that appears, that happens when A90 appears. And it's actually very distinct, because it's apparently quite loud. Like, the jump scare sound is actually apparently quieter than this sound, supposedly. So it appears on the audio thing as just a straight up spike. It's a rectangle. So it is possible to spot. I think if you zoom it out enough, it would be annoying to spot, because it would just be a tiny line. I need to pay attention to more sounds. Is it possible to... Game music sensitivity, lobby music. It won't change actual sounds, though. Huh. What's the toggle crouch? So A120 just doesn't exist anymore. This is going okay, actually. I'm almost to 300, but I think I've only got like 2 hours left. I do wonder if the entities get more dangerous as you get further in. Because they're just not here. At least not in the earlier points. There we go. It feels like the entity sounds are louder. I think I'm just more sensitive to them. Exit rooms especially. If I'm in complete silence, I can hear the exit room sound ringing in my ears, despite the fact that there is no exit room. But the second there actually is one, it's so loud. So I know it's there. Which is a lot better than opening a room and seeing death stare me in the face the second I enter. Yeah, so this room's guaranteed safe. Oh my god, is this 3 in a row? I think it's the same room 3 times in a row, or maybe 2. Can you even get the same room 3 times in a row? Statistically, it's unlikely, but possible. Since I guess it would be 1 over the number of rooms to the power of 3. There we go, another 120. Now I'm starting to get more entities. So how much progress have I made in like an hour? I've not made it far enough. I need to get faster. There's the rebound. Alright, let's see if there's a signal for that. No rebound signal. I need to work out the chances of a rebound, even though, to be honest, I think that's unnecessary. Because the best information, the best advice you can take for, like, surviving A120 is just to stay in until you cannot hear them. And then wait another, like, maybe 10 seconds before you get out. Basically, just make sure they're fully gone. Chancing it with, like, rebound chances doesn't seem like a good idea. I guess for speedrunning, potentially, just to save a tiny bit of time. There is a part of me that hopes that, like, my advanced tutorial will actually be used in, like, places in the game. Like, say, speedrunning or something, to kind of work out, to, like, know the chances of certain things occurring. One of the other things I think about is, like, what is the chance, like, how many people already know about some of these things? So there's some gold in the corner. Because how many people actually really know about, like, all of these things, like the 50% rule for lighters? I think that was a fake A120. I think the problem is I can't really see loot unless I'm, like, right next to it. And that goes for flashlights. There's gold in this room, somewhere. I guess the exit. There was no gold. I'm so confused. I am doing it again because I am making a tutorial for rooms. And for a proper tutorial of the rooms, I need a large sample size to work out probability. Of a lot of different things. I might be able to turn off my volume a little bit, but I feel like that's a bad idea. I wonder if you can revive in the rooms. There are some items I see that are just a vague shadow, and I have to approach them to see if they're like a stack of money or an actual flashlight. Like something of value or gold. Is that the exit room? Yeah, I said, I don't know if you mean like doors or rooms. I do want to do like a bunch of stuff with doors, but I'm making a tutorial, so I need a large, like... Wait. There's no way I heard that from 3 rooms away. I thought... There was a part of me that thought I may actually be completely insane for being able to hear the exit room from here. I'm gonna up the volume for a second. There's no way. From like 3 rooms away. Okay, so it's a lot more detectable than I thought it was. Because like I remember originally, I'd always feel like I'm hearing it, and then I'd actually open a door and it would be there. But I feel like it wouldn't have been loud enough to prove that it's actually there. So like, I feel like I'd always be detecting it, but also couldn't. It's strange. And so I'd always open a room and it would be like, oh, exit room. Being able to actually detect this is really useful. Anyway, where am I? Oh god. I need to check something, just with the stream. How long have I been here? An hour. Just an hour. I need to get faster. Oh yeah, wasn't there like a country that's gonna be splitting, that was gonna be like splitting in 2 recently or something? I heard about that like a few years ago. I think there are some countries that are relatively recent. I'm older than the Nintendo Wii, I think. I actually forget how old the Wii is. Maybe it's the DS. Or the 3DS. I'm definitely older than the 3DS. I remember when that came out. I think. Okay, that was 1 rebound. Huh. I think I've heard of that place. So this room's guaranteed safe. Man, there are a lot of rules I actually need to understand and give more credit for. Like, why? Did you lose a run or something? Break room. Oh, I thought I saw someone. Wait, test what game? Oh, you mean like testing this? What, a game called Beta? Huh. Or is the game like in beta? Oh, I want to test the game. Isn't that the really difficult game with that one boss fight? And like you're able to parry and stuff. I remember playing that game. The boss fight did get annoying and I just kind of quit because it was just a lot of like parrying and it just got boring. It was fun though. I forget if it was based on I Want to Be the Guy, or it was probably based on I Want to Be the Guy. Because I was thinking it's either based on I Want to Be the Guy or some fan game I've seen similar. I haven't played I Want to Be the Guy, but I probably also don't want to. I think if I ever go back and do Pressure, I am specifically going to do Lockerless as my first completion. Anyway, I need to quickly rush to 400. Exit room. There's one nearby. Hey, hey, hey! There might not actually be an exit room nearby. Yeah, there is not one nearby. There's no way I heard it from this far. I heard money. Oh yeah. Oh wait, that's not money. Strange. Yeah, I think I heard it. Okay, it's another safe one. I don't know if it's just louder or if I'm more sensitive to hearing it. I'm gonna check F9 again, see if anything crazy's happened. Looks normal. Wow, I was hiding for a long time for that one. Must have been an A120 or something. I need to get to 400 faster. Isn't I Want to Test the Game currently, like, impossible after you get past the boss fight? I remember hearing something about that, unless it's, like, been updated now. Because it used to be possible, then impossible. Although impossible, I think, is a very, to be honest, a bit of a vague term a lot of the time. Because, like, there's a lot of things that were impossible, but definitely aren't now, because all you need to do is find one trick that can change the game. Practically impossible. Because I remember OIDC, I think, is like one of the best examples of this, because there's a lot of jumps that are basically impossible, or impossible looking, but eventually you find a trick that makes it possible. There was a jump on aero difficulty that was either extremely precise and almost impossible, or just literally impossible. But by deactivating head collision, it's now possible. There's also a jump in Y difficulty that's impossible unless you use gear speed. It's possible to use gear speed by offsetting your center of mass, offsetting the center of mass with no clip. Since apparently no clip acts as an item would, but heal doesn't. I think spawn center of mass offset might also work, but I'm not sure. Because spawn center of mass offset's annoying. Since it's frame perfect and there's no indication. Anyway, I need to be moving faster so I can get this done. Okay, there's gold in this room. Wait, is that double break room? I have to check. Double break room. Yeah. Actually, the gap here is larger than it was in a previous area. I think I remember actually looking into that before. Like, I tried to help someone with that area. Of course, I didn't have access to the area since I never beat the boss, but I explained, like, is it possible to, like, wall hop or something? It is not. I think. Effortless A60. I can't wait to make a difficulty rating of every room in the game, and the completely empty and safe rooms that have no lockers in them, I'm going to end up ranking as even more dangerous than rooms like these, rooms with actual hiding. Because of the fact that if you get them from the exit room, they suddenly become way more deadly. I don't actually know how to make a tutorial on this scale, since, like, my original tutorials were probably just, the cube combination ones. Which was just me, like, doing a bunch of recipes in the game. Pretty simple. But, like, this game is so much more popular than cube combination. If this tutorial ends up good, and people like it, then, like, it's gonna end up really good. And I can make a tutorial for lots of areas. Main problem is the amount of overlap there might be between different areas of the game. Since I'm gonna have to explain a lot of, like, the basic mechanics and the non-basic mechanics, and that's gonna end up being brought up in every video tutorial. So there's definitely an exit nearby. Okay, there isn't. Okay, quick search. Boom, boom. Boom, and boom. Nothing. I definitely, A120? Oh wait! That's perfect! I think that's the fastest A90 I've ever gotten. There is a chance that it was, like, a natural A90 and not a A60, A120 A90. But there is also a chance that that was actually just a conditional A90. Which would be very good, because if it is, then that's the fastest one I've ever got. Unfortunately, it's hard to work out which ones would be the slowest, because sometimes you can get one like a minute after, and it's like, okay, at what point does it become just an actual normal A90, or like an entity A90? And I think the best thing I can do is I can get every single A90 encounter, and I can see like how far it goes. And if there's some weird sudden jump or something, I can ignore it. It would be difficult to work out the maximum amount of time, but working out the minimum can be done. With a bit of luck. I would assume it's only about a second, because it probably happens in second intervals. But not like full minute ones. There's no exit. Because it rings in my ear as if it's actually there, and it is not. It doesn't exist. There is no exit room. Shit, I thought this was an exit room for a second. What is... Ah. I don't remember it quite looking like this, but I guess it does. So there's a safe room behind me. Quite a walk, but it exists. Perfect. A better hiding room. And I like these rooms because you can do this. Gold in the next room. Oh, it's the same room again. I can do it again. But, like, I'm on very limited time to get to areas like, I think I want to get to A500 before, potentially by 1430 for me, which is 10 minutes from now. But that's ambitious. Fucking, there we go. But basically, I need to speed up a lot. Yeah, quick A60. I'm still gonna wait till the sound is mostly gone before getting out. Okay, there's another one. So, sometimes I can hear it from 2 or 3 rooms away, but most of the time I can only hear it from 1 room away. When it's rooms that are very wide, it's especially easy. Like, I need to speed up a lot, though. Quick A120. Gonna wait for the rebound. Might also do an F9 check. Did they rebound? I wasn't paying attention. I was gonna say nothing unusual yet, but I keep seeing... Oh, I know, that's just wider numbers. I was thinking when I scroll down I see slight changes, but that's because the numbers are different. They just appear wider. Also, is this 2 or 3? 2. I thought I saw something there for a second. Maybe I did. Maybe the flashlight appeared and disappeared. I'm going insane. I saw something appear on my screen and then disappear after a second. It was just the money. But yeah, I kind of understand the idea of increasing your volume, because, like, if I increase my volume, let's say here, default ambience. But if I do it in the right time, I'm able to hear the exit room from several rooms away. All I know is that for the next 5 rooms, I don't think there's an exit room at all. Since for some reason the rooms I generate are that far ahead, probably because of A120. Unless A120 is another case of they're frozen until they start moving. Which would make it especially dangerous to run forwards to survive them. Okay, shaking is normal. I need to stop going down here, eventually. If I can make it to 400 in 6 minutes, hopefully less. Okay, this is a double. I think there's an exit nearby. Some gold. Might be real. I think I'm hearing it. No. Not getting any louder, so it's not real. I think I'm just losing my sanity. It's that sanity modifier that that one person was talking about. The further I get in, the more I feel like I can hear it. Even if it's not there. That was a slightly more dangerous A90. I was completely aware that A90 exists there, but still nothing. There's gold in this room, as usual, because of course there isn't going to be an item in this room. What is the achievement sound though? I need to actually test like every room that I hear that sound in. The faster my runs are, the faster I can get through all the data, hopefully. Like, it took me forever to just edit through the A1000 video, the actual A1000 attempt that succeeded. And this is going to be a lot different, and it's going to take a lot longer. Anyway, what time is it? Alright, so I'm a few doors behind schedule, but I'm almost at 400. It's a whole lot less dangerous when you actually know what's ahead of you, which is nice. It becomes a little more calm. Money in this room, same as usual. A lot of it. Nothing in this room, or maybe just a small amount of money. I think that was a long run room, but I'm not doing that. Especially not against A120 and A90 as a combo. There was no A90 though. Anyway. There's a rebound. Or not. Okay, they're fully gone. I feel like I keep seeing a little thing in my screen. Just mild hallucinations. So for every room I entered, I was always going backwards, which is interesting. I wonder if you can... No, you can't. Okay, I need to stop going, like, up and down this area. But I want to prove this, I want to prove this thing on the wiki, whether it's true or not. Anyway, there's an exit nearby. Next room. I wonder if there was, like, because I imagine by the time I make this A1000 tutorial, it may be that the exit room bug is already fixed, and then my tutorial's already outdated. Which would suck, because, you know, I'd have to spend a shit ton of time on it, and then by the time it's actually out, it's like, A1000 is updated. Because I think there's going to be, like, an A1000 update or something. But I will still have a lot of the info I need, at least in terms of, like, item spawns. So, like, I'll have a massive head start. I think I will make a YouTube short, though, on how the flashlight just isn't that rare. And here it is. It definitely is. It's completely impossible to find. There's a stack of money there. Oh yeah, I need to actually remember to make number jokes. Because I missed 69. And I've already missed 404 as well. Anyway, what number is it? 420? 417! Good thing I remembered so, like, at the right time. Well, close to the right time. I heard a decent bit of money. It's really interesting. That was like the frame I opened the door. This feels a lot calmer than it was before. I guess I don't have expectations to get the badge. Wait, that's not true. My expectations are still to get to the end. Also, I need to get the barrel of Starlight to the end. I need to be a little more normal once I get the barrel of Starlight. Oh shit, that means I have to get all the way to 100. That's gonna be really dangerous. So I'm gonna have to go even faster. So I want to get to 500. I want to get through a room, 100 rooms every about 10 minutes. Which means 10 rooms every minute. One room a second, 6 seconds. I can do that. There's an exit nearby. Or not. I might check on the wiki to see, oh no, the Discord, to see if there's anyone who's ever claimed to have found a flashlight in the rooms. It's not easy to do that, but if I can find someone and find out if they've heard a sound, then it will make it a whole lot easier to know if what they're saying is true or not. Because, like, if they have any evidence and there's a sound that plays, I know that's what determines it. It'd be useful to know that there's a sound. Anyway, I'm definitely speeding up. I think I have to focus purely on speed now. I'm gonna use my vitamins to go faster. No, I need to save my vitamins. Maybe I can get the Herba Verdis, or whatever it's called. I don't know, it's got like a second eye in there or something. Or third. Hi! I'm at door 433. I didn't make the 420 joke, I don't know how I forgot about that. I was literally right there, and I forgot. Anyway, I need to do like a door every 6 seconds. Which means I can't go looking down there for loot anymore. And that will have the entire area done in like an hour. I could actually start getting really fast runs on this area if I know how to do this properly and safely. I guess I really shouldn't have, I really shouldn't have been surprised at the idea that I would do this over and over again for some dumb reason. Like how I decided to speedrun the Obelisk of Heights and Depths, which is like a 3-hour-long obby, and I beat it like 5 or 6 times just because it was fun, and I wanted to get faster at it without using like ridiculous skips, because apparently I discovered that if you... I don't think I ever showed this off, but I discovered that if you use skips, you can beat it in like 5 minutes. Oh yeah, there was an image, like 9 minutes I had. theoretical perfect run, probably under 5 minutes, which is insane because there's an entire boss fight at the end that can't be skipped. Okay, I heard it. I heard the achievement sound. And there's an item that spawned on the door. So the total distance from me and the item was about that. Interesting. I need to remember that I heard that sound and there was an item close. Twice. It happened before as well. Guess the flag. What, the Roblox game? Are you talking about like F flags or something? I remember like getting invited to the Roblox speedrun community and like a bunch of stuff happened as a result of that. I decided to search some stuff up and I found something about the head collision glitch, which was cool. So to get there's an entire document about it. And it's cool because it's like, I'm credited as being the person who found it. Now, what you actually have to do the head collision glitch is extremely easy, I would say, so I assume like loads of people found it. It's just I documented it, and then documented a bunch of different tricks you could do with it. I also mentioned it in the Discord. But from the message about, like, the document, there was a bunch of weird stuff I learned about the Roblox glitching community. I don't remember a huge amount of it, but I left the community. I think there was a bunch of stuff that was, like, to do with not understanding the difference between modifying F flags and straight-up cheating. Because modifying F flags is cheating. It's just manual cheating. Like, I don't know how cheat engines work, but I assume they change part of the game's code that allows you to do things like, say, move faster or fly. And F flags is just another way of doing this. You can literally modify... I remember seeing a tutorial for it that was, like, go onto this Roblox file and paste in, get rid of this, paste in this, and now change this number to choose your speed in any game. And I'm just thinking, this is actual just modification of the game's code. This is just cheating. It's not the same as utilizing the game's shit code to do glitches. Like, glitching is utilizing errors in a game's code, or things in a game's code that allow you to do things that were unintentional. Altering the game's code to get certain expected results is cheating. Especially if you're giving yourself an advantage. Oh, exit room. How close? Next room. Okay, this sounds, this is a dangerous one. Okay. 1, 2. Ah, yeah, but I just kind of decided to bring them up anyway. One thing I am scared about is if it's A60. Because if I get one of these on A60, and it's like that, where there's no hiding behind me, I'm either going to have to go here and hope for the best, which is this. Although, I think if I stick myself through the wall too much, I might still die, because I can literally see A60 through this wall. But going over here would be a bad idea, because then they could see me from the entrance. Okay, Okay, that was close. I could also run forwards, but that might get me killed as well. You can't hide behind the table. I wish you could. The water jug is also a bad idea. Anyway, I've been stalling for too long. What door am I on? 460. I need to hurry up. It's taking about 12 minutes to get through 100 rooms or something. I remember seeing the achievement sound as just a random thing. I know I'm not hallucinating it, because I remember going through, like, editing A1000, and I heard it when editing, and then in the actual footage, I literally say, I think I just heard the achievement sound. There's no way it happens that, like, I hallucinate it in the exact same place at the exact same time. And also as soon as a door opens. But, like, it has to be an indication of something, and I'm not sure what. That's why I want to find a pattern for something about it. And it's either items are spawning close enough that I can hear them spawn, or it's something else. There goes a 60 or a 120. I need to go a lot faster though. I want to get to 600 in, what, 18 minutes, I guess. Wait, no, that's too long. Especially since I need to get the barrel in the... I need to get the barrel into the thing so I can run tests on it. Magnitude 8 earthquakes happen yearly. That is interesting. Like, on average? Oh wait, yeah, it probably is on average. Yeah, I didn't know that there was a magnitude 8 yearly. I don't know, like, the probability of earthquakes happening in certain areas and, like, the proportions. I know that there's a very large amount that happen in areas like Japan, because of the, I think, like, 4 plate boundaries or something, or there's 4 tectonic plates near it. In fact, I'm pretty sure, like, there's land, Japan is located on 3 separate tectonic plates, and then off to the right of it, there's another. Not too far off. Yeah, the 9.5. I think I've heard of it, but I don't remember how bad it was. It is a 9.5 though, so that's, like, really bad. Since, I mean, I understand how logarithmic scales work. So I guess I can understand it's pretty bad. So there's money in this room, like there always is, I think. I need to be better at... I heard the room, and I wasn't paying attention because of the weird predicting money thing, and I didn't notice that I was about to walk in here. That could have been extremely dangerous. Let's see how dangerous. Wow. Really dangerous. I don't think there was anything safe behind me or ahead of me. Also, that was a late A90, I believe. So that's good for my data. By the way, it's probably going to take months to go through all the data to make this video. And also collect it. Okay. So, I am 90% sure there is not a 60 timer. Unfortunately, testing an A60 timer would be difficult. I would assume that what I'd have to do is sit in a room for 5 minutes and then go into the next room. Testing a A90 could be theoretically pretty easy. Since, as I said before, A90 responds not to rooms, but to time, I think. And because of that, I could just AFK in, like, room 100, and just see how many A90s I get in, like, an hour. Not sure if it affects inactive players, though. Wait, I'm talking about A90 as if it's a player effect. It's not. It's an entity. Also, I am 6 minutes behind in terms of getting here. Every 100 rooms takes me about 15 minutes. So I need to get faster. I think at this point I'm not going to work out the probability of finding a flashlight in the rooms. I'm just going to find a flashlight to confirm it exists. Like, if I can find a flashlight at all in the rooms, that would be cool. Because then I've confirmed that it is a thing you can do. Unfortunately, data on this wouldn't be the most valuable because, like, it's just better to... Yay! That was a weird combo. That was a natural A90. In fact, it might be possible to experiment with that, like getting a natural A90, opening a room, getting an entity, and seeing if a conditional A90 spawns as well. You'd get two, like, in a row. After enough attempts, you'd basically be guaranteed to eventually get a double, unless you don't, in which case it can't happen. Which means there is a kind of region, a small point of time in which you can't just get a second A90. Anyway, let's see how far I can get in 3 minutes. Hopefully 550. Because that would be decent. So I've just realized I'm over halfway. I can hear the sounds. There's an exit nearby, I think. No. I feel like it's just gonna be like, there's an exit nearby. I go 50 doors further and I'm just like, see? Ah, nothing. It's gonna be like that one clip I saw that's like, wait, A90. No conditional A90. It's gonna be like that one clip I saw where apparently like A120 doesn't make sound anymore in the original rooms. Oh yeah, I've seen the magnitude thing. It's cool. And it definitely sounds very brutal, since 9.5 is almost as high as you can basically go. I think it limits at 10. Although realistically, it should be... I'm not sure how it would limit at 10. I guess maybe there's some calculation stating that it becomes impossible to get anything larger than 10 due to the extent of damage. Like, the plates just can't move that much or something. Especially since an 11 would have to be 10 times worse than a 10. Anyway, where am I? It's been 3 minutes. It's not 5:50. But I'm making it. Okay. There's no way I actually heard one from 5 rooms away, though. I had to be hallucinating or some shit. Auditory hallucinations. I think it's that if I'm left in silence, I can hear the thing I want to hear, not the thing I actually hear. But that all depends on stuff. Like, if I want to hear the exit room to know it's there, I'm gonna start hearing it slightly. But there's a point in which I can tell the difference between real and fake. Like, real just stands out a lot more, while fake could sound exactly like real from far away. I think that's like a middle of the line A90, maybe slightly late. I think if I can get like the average amount of time it takes for A90 to actually appear, it gives a good idea as to when you should hide, which is immediately. Like, it's actually best to not hesitate before entering a locker. Because hesitating doesn't change your reaction to A90. It only makes it more likely that they'll appear at the worst possible time. So it could save you, but it's more likely to put you in a worse spot. Well, actually, it does put you in a worse spot, but it's more likely to put you in serious danger. I got a little too hasty. I've gotten too comfortable in the rooms. I've gotten a little too... That's good. I've gotten a bit too comfortable in the rooms. I saw them, stopped, and then the jump scare happened. I was just like, okay, they're about to stop with their jump scare, and then started moving again. I moved probably only a few frames too early, and took damage from it because I was being impatient. So, I live in England, but I'm not from England. I think I'm from Ireland. Yeah, Ireland, yeah. Okay, where is another entity? But hey, that's what I have the bandage pack for, at least. As long as I can find a few more, I'll be completely safe from A90s. I'm always guaranteed, like, one A90 every game. It's funny though, I've reached a point where A90 encounters are just normal enough to me that I will start moving way too early. I'll get too comfortable with A90. I think that's one of the problems when it comes to playing games like this. French. No? That's a battery. I do need to genuinely loot rooms now again. Uh-oh. That distance in which you can open doors is insane. I thought I saw someone at the table. It was just a plant. Ow. So I've got a spare 60 health in my inventory. I think that's one of the problems with rooms, though. Eventually you do it for so long that you get so comfortable doing it. You get so comfortable with, like, the entities that you may end up going too fast and making a major mistake. Like that A90 mistake I made. I went slightly too early. Now I need to find more healing. But at least I'm not in quite a dire situation. I don't remember what falls under the classification of British. I'm not any of the others, though. And I don't know, I don't think I'd fall under British. Any healing? Any A90s? I'm not going all the way up there for the plant just to get an item. Even if it is the flashlight. Ooh, there it is. Okay, I have enough to heal from another A90. Just about. Anyway, before the end of this hour, I need to get to 600. I've got 4 minutes. God damn it, I think there's an exit room nearby. No, I'm hallucinating again. It isn't real. Oh, that's money. Not sure what the middle one is, but I think Irish. Previous room is safe? Yes. Even from A60. Wow. Okay, so that was one of the worst case scenarios. Not quite the worst, but... Oh yeah, that place in like the middle between the two areas. Okay, so that was one of the worst possibilities you can get, at least if you don't want to hide here. I'm gonna have to do a lot of testing with this. Also, the Z fighting on my screen. Anyway, I'm halfway and I have 2 more. Ah, interesting. I only know 1 language. Alright, well I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to 600 in time. Ah, bandage. Bit delayed. Like, delayed reaction. So, deadly exit rooms are rare, but they do happen. Luckily, they can actually fit into my data of the chances of entities spawning in dangerous rooms. Although the rooms are incredibly rare, so it barely makes a difference. They're like a 1 in 50 or some shit. Is this the second or third one I got in this row? Took a while for them to fade though. This is a guaranteed safe, next one isn't. Okay, now it is. I would like to get the bandage pack filled. Offset money. Money gets really offset. I better not be hearing an exit. What is it with the safer rooms? Okay, good. I can only get so many before I'm in immense danger. Once. I have done A1000 once. But this time around it's going to be a lot easier since I have 3 vitamins instead of 2, and I didn't waste the first one. I also have the bandage pack. And a clock. I don't need this. I just have it. It will be useful for getting the bucket of starlight, or barrel of starlight to the end. I want to perform a lot of tests with it. Granted, I don't know the kind of tests I can perform with it, but, you know, I gotta at least hold on to it, so I can do something with it. I could test the barrel of starlight on A120. Bad idea, though. Okay, I heard something. Okay, I know the sound that plays when a flashlight spawns, and it isn't that sound, unless the sound is outdated now, because it's the rooms. But, I'm gonna see. Flashlight. Oh no, a battery on the other side of the room, but like very close to the wall. And that's it. Ah, it's a magnitude 1.5. I guess that would be almost unnoticeable, since it would be, like, even more than 1,000,000 times weaker than, like, I don't know, an 8 or something. I don't remember. Like multiples of 10. Okay, let's get to 700. I've still got a few minutes, actually. I'm going quite fast. This side. The only A90 I've taken damage for is stupidity. Actually, what was the last A90 I took damage to? Because I don't think it was quite stupidity that got me with that one. Oh wait, it was! I tried to hide as soon as I saw it. Which is a poor decision waiting to happen. No. Was that an actual A90, or I think that was a room A90. So it could have definitely gotten me the double I needed. In theory. I guess that's more data towards the double not existing. But I think it does. Whoa! Calm down, game. Alright. You know, it's never out of the question that they give you 3 enemies in a row. They always give me 2. Another exit room I've managed to get through safely. Well, semi-safely. Oh, another break room. I have a feeling the break room is about as common as all other rooms. Although technically, due to room variance, it's like... most of it are 5.4 off the coast. I guess, yeah, that depends on where plate tectonics are. It would probably almost always be off the coast. Due to the scale of, like, plate tectonics. It's highly unlikely that Island would be on or between tectonics. No, not more of them. I already got like 2 in a row. I haven't seen A120 in a little bit. And I will continue to not see A120. Okay, I can't summon A120. Did I say I wanted to get to 700 by like... I guess 6 minutes from now? I can do that. I need to get faster. Thing is, I don't need a flashlight at all. Uh-oh. Alright, I was fine. Actually relatively harmless, all of this. Still need one more bandage. A69, these nuts. I'll have to look into it, but I genuinely think hiding as soon as possible is the best option you have for rooms like these, even if A90 can spawn, because hesitating is just not a good idea. Because, like, if you're going in and you do not see A90, go in. Because they're highly unlikely to spawn at the very beginning. They're more likely to spawn kind of after a few seconds. They can sometimes spawn late or early, and that's the whole point of late and early. They spawn at a different time than when they should. So, just go as early as possible. Or as late as possible, but that's extremely dangerous because there's an entity rapidly approaching you. So, oh. Accidentally just pressed a bunch of the wrong keys, but I picked it up. I was trying to go backwards. Okay, I heard some gold. I heard some more gold. What the? That just generated in front of me. I need to, like, timestamp this or something. How'd that even happen? I think the gold spawned. That or I just didn't see it, because I wasn't paying attention. No. No A90. No A90. Okay, now there's an A90. Potentially. No, I think it's too late now. It takes them, I think what it is, I think A90's range is going to be somewhere from 1 to 10. One of the most important assumptions, I would assume, is to assume... I think one of the most important assumptions when it comes to things like entity spawns and probability, and basically a lot of things that would be coded in, would be that you can only allow integer values. Well, actually, no, rational numbers, which is basically numbers that can be given as A over B, where A and B are integers. 9 foot 11 inches. Wasn't there someone who was like 13 feet? I forget. That is very tall. I remember hearing something about, you know, someone who was born very tall but died at like maybe 30 or something. Because like there's health issues with being that tall. Isn't there a thing where people are getting like taller on average? I think there is. It does remind me of the, I'll say this, the next entity spawn. 2'7". Or 27, yeah. Oh wait, I was close. Yay. Anyway, next entity spawn, I'll talk about the thing. Hi! Oh, meters. Okay, exit room. Okay, another safe exit room. I remember there was something to do with people thinking that, like, basically everyone would evolve away or devolve their pinkies. First of all, I'm pretty sure devolution is not a thing. Devolution is just bad evolution. Like, evolving something away doesn't mean you're devolving. Aha, I'm in a... Actually, this isn't a safe room, but I'm already in the room. And this is a safe room. No A60. I need to go faster. Wait. Wait a minute. I'm not doing this again. I'm not missing another. 666. Of course it's an exit room as well. At least it wasn't that one exit room that spawned in A60. Like, there was a hiding spot right behind me and it was still very dangerous. Ah, double catwalks. No, it's A120. Ah, 8 foot 11. That is, yeah, still, like, really tall. But yeah, I think there was like something a long time ago about like how with mobile phones and stuff, people weren't using their pinkies very often, and so people thought they were gonna like evolve away their pinkies over time. That's not how evolution works. Just because a part of the body isn't like incredibly useful to you doesn't mean you're gonna lose it. Like the appendix. It's completely useless and we still have it. In fact, it's a hindrance. I think there was a case on this in like... I think it was like research or expeditions in Antarctica or something. Where, if you're like doing research in Antarctica, I think it's required that you don't have an appendix. Because there was a case where the one qualified surgeon, like, in the place, like, doing research and shit, and probably with people also doing research, got appendicitis, and had to perform his own appendectomy. I mean, technically, no one can do it better than him. Still, it doesn't sound super comfortable to perform your own appendectomy. Because you can't put yourself under anesthetic, you have to be focused and, like, awake for it. There's no Screech here. I keep feeling like I'm seeing Screech in the corner of the screen, but I think there's just something going on with the screen itself. I forget what I was even doing this for. I'm supposed to be collecting data, and technically I guess I can collect data. I've already collected a decent bit on the I've probably got a decent bit on the probability of exit rooms. Whether I come out of this with anything, whether I come out of this kind of stuff with anything at all, I need to remember one thing I came out of this with. I am yet to find a flashlight in this area. Unfortunately, proving something is a lot harder than disproving it. Because to prove something, you just have to, like, say, proving that flashlights are in rooms. You just have to find one flashlight and boom, it's proven. To disprove it, you have to go through so many runs of the rooms and so many rooms without finding a single flashlight that you can prove that the chances of finding a flashlight are way too low to actually be possible. And I'm talking like I'm gonna have to get to like 1,000th of a percentage or some shit. Like, I'm gonna have to go through everything. Favorite game on Roblox? Not sure. I think Ragdoll Mayhem and Ragdoll Universe were pretty cool. Also Ragdoll Combat. I remember those games. Like, I enjoy those ones a lot, but I think... I actually can't remember... There's Jato, I guess. That was a very interesting game for me to play. And surprisingly, it's one of the only games I've played for a really long time and not 100%ed. I do want to go and 100% that game one day, since I'm most of the way there. Most of the way there still means I have to climb up like 2 whole difficulties, or 3. Also, I feel like that just generated in front of me. But I can do it. Also, I think I passed 690, so I can't make a 69 joke anymore. Technically I can every 100 rooms, but meh. like, there's a lot of strange stuff that's happened in JHL. I forget most of it. I joined in, like, late 2020 or something. I wonder what's going on with that one person who got banned for being, like, very racist, I believe. I haven't checked their community posts in a while, but every time I do, I see that they just, like, dig an even deeper hole. Probably, like, 190 something. And they likely would have just been people I friended from, like, years ago. In fact, I think I unfriended, someone... I unfriended a bunch of users recently. Because I went onto, like, the friend checker game, and I basically checked for the inactive thing, and I think for some people it said, like, inactive for 1,000 something days, or maybe it was even getting into 2,000s. Not sure if it will quite go into 2,000s. I'd have to check that. Number of years on that. I think it was high 1,000s. Most of my Roblox friends will have just been people who randomly friend requested me years ago, and I just accepted because, like, old Roblox, just accept every friend request that someone randomly gives you. Might as well, there's no harm in it, I guess. Anyway, 705. I'm getting really far. And... huh. That must have been like old Roblox or something. I think Roblox has a reward for like if you get a huge amount of followers. It's kind of like the YouTube play button. Anyway, I found another. I've only got a few more. Probably like 6 or 8. Actually, probably around 8. Yay. So many friends. I heard it. There's items in the next room. I think that's actually what's doing it. When I'm playing the rooms, occasionally I'll open a room and I'll hear a little sound. It sounds somewhat similar to the achievement sound, but what it actually is the item spawning sound. The basic item spawning sound. The reason why I think this is true is because every time I hear it, and I go into the next room, the very first thing I see is an item, like, right in front of the door, or, like, right off to the side. It's always, like, before this region. So it has to be, like, in the range that I can hear it. It's probably hearable from further away, it's just my volume's lower. Increasing the volume very high can be good for detecting things like exit rooms and items very early. In fact, I'm actually wondering now, because I think if I'm able to detect regular items when they're very close to where I am already, I wonder what happens to items that are further away. And if that happens to a flashlight, will I still be able to hear it? Yeah, that's fine. Okay, actually, I need to check something. Also, I'm starting to really need to pee, even though I peed before I started this. So, theoretically, I won't have any of the extreme, like, signal thing. Shit, I do. So, a while back... ah, damn it. When did that happen? Oh, wait, it literally says when it happened. Like, 20 minutes ago. So, I don't actually have the dev console thing for when I used my vitamins. I don't think. Anyway, I need to go faster. I've not got much more left. I wonder just how grammatically incorrect that sentence was. Gold in this room. entity in this room. Second I moved. Did they go down the stairs? I think it's very cool that Jato has been, like, I guess max percented? Not quite max percented, I'm assuming that, Block probably hasn't beaten, I don't know, some random tower, like... Actually, I don't know random ones that... Like, I don't know, they probably haven't done, like, Tower of Largely Limited Luminescence or something, but to be honest, they've done the hardest challenge in the game. I do want to... But I think it's very impressive that it's been beaten, and I think it would be awesome to see something like a nil actually be completed. I think I remember the old definition of nil just being, it's impossible. But I don't remember if it was like JHT, or if this was just generally a thing that happened. But I believe it got redefined to be like a difficulty that takes years of practice and effort to be able to do. And I feel like that's quite fitting, given that it's beginning to happen. Because, like, I feel like players are getting really close to the barrier to nil. Not sure if it's ever going to happen, though. To be honest, like, what's happened already is incredibly impressive, and I'm glad the Pit of Misery is completed. A120? Fake. What isn't fake is that exit room. Okay, it might be fake. Where's A90? There's A90. Oh wait, I'm gonna have to go through all of the rooms up to 100 while still needing to pee. I need to get the bucket. Like, I need to get the bucket all the way out. Uh-oh. Okay. I don't know if I can A60 this. So it better not be one. It's a safe one. Most are. I've only gotten one that's dangerous, but it did almost kill me because it was an A60 one. I think one of the other things is, like, behind is certain, forwards is not. So, for example, this room could have been a hiding room. It could also be this. Most desolate room ever. And then another room that's also empty. And then finally, one with hiding. I find it very impressive, though, that TOSF has been beaten. I watched some of it, I think probably most of it. I did skip, I think the later parts, because I wanted to see the ending. Although I had already seen the ending, like the stream. After it was completed, I checked, like, the stream and stuff. I hadn't actually watched any of the streams, so... I haven't been hugely involved with Jato in a long time. But it's very cool to see this achievement completed. I plan on 100%ing Jato at some point. Not quite the same definition of 100%, because I think Pit of Misery falls outside of 100%. I would say Jato 100% is every tower point. Like, any percent is finishing... Any percent is probably getting the ending to the rings, and maybe, like, if there's an ending to the zones, that as well. And I think 100% is to get every point. And then there's, like, above 100% is just to do the, like, borderline impossible stuff, and maybe also items, but not event stuff. Because that's just impossible. Unless you can, like, do the events. Like, maybe the event area. Anyway, I need to keep going because I've got like 30 minutes. Actually, that's not too long. I can get through all of this in 30 minutes, probably. I've actually got 35 minutes. New part.touched, connect function hit, local humanoid equals script.parent, find first child humanoid, put the script in starter character scripts, humanoid take damage 5 end. What? Is that F flags or something? Wait, no, that's just code, but I don't know what the put the script in. Take damage 5. Wait, is that the kill break? If something is hit, if the kill break is hit, find the humanoid, go into starter character scripts and take 5 damage. Yeah, I think that's a kill break. I don't know a huge amount about coding, like Roblox games, but I do remember taking some tutorials in the past, so I can read a little bit about it. Please stop sending the username now. It's like, it's already in chat. I can read, like, a little bit, though. Still, I did immediately think it was F flags. I don't know how relevant F flags are now. A90? Okay, I got them at a time that didn't stop me from getting in. What? Wait. What? Okay, so from what I know, A90 tends to spawn when an entity spawns. I'm pretty sure the limit to the number of A90s that can spawn because of an entity spawning at the same time is 1. I think. I don't think you can get 2 entities from 1 entity spawn, because that just seems unlikely. Especially given the number of A90 encounters I've gotten for entities. If it were the same chance, then I would have gotten a whole lot more of those. I think that was a natural A90 and an entity A90. Epic. Like, I would still barely be able to code anything. I could, like, change the color of a brick, or the position of it, maybe. I mean, I could probably do a little bit more than that, but, like, I don't remember most of it. I don't think I learned much more than the basics. Like, a few hours of stuff. I'm gonna need a hiding spot soon. Okay. It's not real, there's no exit room. I keep thinking I can hear one, but I just can't. Uh-oh. A90 helped a little bit there. Double A90 I can't stop thinking about, like, how did that happen? Because, like, the more unusual data I get, the better. Technically it makes data collection a little bit harder, but that did answer one of my questions, potentially. Of, can you get double A90? You can. I wonder if you can get a perfect overlap of A90s. Like, frame 1 on that. I think one nice thing about exit rooms is, like, most cases, you'll get this. This is an exit room, open it, immediately hide, done. A120 and A160, A120, A60, you're both safe from. You're safe from both, yeah. Unfortunately, I still have to get the Barrel of Starlight to the end. And I might need to actually take a second to pee. Or I just hold it. I can hold it for a bit. This is the problem I have with A1000. I refuse to do anything until I finished it. I'm getting there, though. There's one, and there's two more. It's a bit ambitious, I don't think I'm gonna get two more. This has been surprisingly easy. I probably shouldn't say anything though. I've still got 200 left. Before the end. I don't know why. This is gonna throw off, like, everything off so much. I keep getting A90 in bursts. I think there must be a reason for it. Maybe there are two different types of A90. I think there is. I don't think I've even ever heard of that game. I think there's something going on with A90 and its timer. Maybe it's the entity A90s, like conditional A90s, don't affect the timer for an actual A90. So if an entity spawns and then an A90 spawns because of that entity spawning, it doesn't affect the chance of A90 spawning later. So the timer is still going for another A90 to spawn. Which is why I can wait a super long time without getting an A90, then get another encounter with... It would actually explain so much. Because it would explain why I always get, like, 2 A90s back to back, and then go, like, 5 straight minutes without getting a single one. And then I get an entity that spawns an A90, and then, like, 20 seconds later, another A90. I'll have to check it to see if there's really this burst kind of system. Because if there is, it really is interesting. If this just happens. I think what it really comes down to is I need to check my data. And like, it's probably just faulty data. Then again, the more encounters I get, the better. But it turns out A90 might be slightly more complicated than I thought. There's an A90. That was probably an actual spawn. Because, like, A120 was long gone. $8.18. I'm nearing the end. I better not get an entry on A1000. I've heard you can. I don't remember the extent of it though. And unfortunately, sample sizing, like, getting a sample size on A1000s is absolutely stupid. Because, like, the only way you can get sample sizes, like, a decent sample size on an A1000 room, is by doing A1000 and completing it several times. I heard it. I thought it was there, but I was rushing a bit. Okay, that's safe. I don't remember if, I don't remember if there's even, like, any... I forget what you call them. A90 actually gives you more time. I forget if there's even, like, actual kill breaks in, Tower of Spiraling Fates. I don't think there is. There's insta-kills. And there's insta-kills that look like regular kill bricks, but transparent. Almost 150 left. 165. 64. 62. 61. I mean, it would depend on what the game is, and I also don't know what the game would be. Because to be honest, I'm not interested in making a game. I am very interested in content creation, though. I do want to go with the more, like, somewhat, like, Let's Play style videos, I guess. Probably, I guess, like, you know, YouTubers like Arty Game, Astralspiff, and stuff. But... and I guess, like, a lot of other gaming YouTubers, to be honest. Like, I want to avoid, like, the more technical side of stuff. Like, you know, the tutorials and looking into how a game works very specifically. Although that's exactly what I'm doing by being here. Because the A1000 video, first of all, footage is shit because it's A1000. Like, it was bound to be bad. It's even worse because I'm just not that, like, good enough at editing right now. With good footage, I might be able to make a good video. With bad footage, it's not that easy. Especially when the footage is like 4 hours of me walking in a straight line. Like, then it comes down to my commentary. That was a faster one than normal. Also no A90. Slightly unusual. I am also gonna have to work out the actual speed of A60, which means measuring the rooms. Assuming I have 60 in speed, I would be able to do this. And basically work out the size. Or the dimensions and stuff. Which I think I could then use to calculate how fast A60 is going through the rooms. Like here. Because, like, that was a relatively slow one. But another thing is they can spawn several rooms behind, so some rooms can be, like, really long and some really short. So, for example, you can get an L room, which is actually probably about the same size, actually. 864. I'm very close to the end. Probably only, like, 10 minutes away. Maybe a little more than 10. Still yet to find a flashlight. So, I don't think it's real. Okay, okay. This could kill me. Genuinely. Why is pie in the chat? Okay, that was the second one I got. This is why I have vitamins. Anyway, I have confirmed that vitamins is enough to run this distance to get to a hiding spot. I don't think it's the most viable strategy, but if a hiding spot is 2 rooms away, well, technically, like, I guess from here, 1 room away, it's worth going for. Because I don't think even a fast A60 can kill you. But that was definitely extremely dangerous. And that's how I have to treat every exit room. Because, like, I would likely be dead by now if I wasn't able to detect exit rooms. Because exit rooms have such a distinct sound, it's very easy to tell when there's one nearby. Sometimes you can tell from 2 rooms away, sometimes you can tell from, like, 1 room away. Not sure if this game is, like, the inverse square law, but it should get, like, a lot easier to hear as you get closer. No second A120. I did hear one from, like, 5 rooms away once, but I think I was actually just hallucinating, and I turned up the volume and it was actually there. But, like, I likely wouldn't have heard it from that distance. Interesting. I mean, I guess ice cream's made from milk. Also depends on the type of cheese. Item in the next room. Oh wait, I should have been more careful there. I think I got a fake A120 and an A60. But like, some A60s are faster than others. Sometimes you can see them passing through the room super slowly. Sometimes you can barely get across this room. I remember being in the animation of turning around and seeing them appear before I'd even fully turned. Anyway, yeah, there it is. What was that? I am so confused. They had the like hand thing, and then it went away and I saw them without the hand. I thought that meant that I moved my mouse, because I did move my mouse. But I think that's normal. Also, I should point out there was a battery at the wall over there, so I heard the item spawn. I might need to play on higher volumes for this. But like, one thing I do need to talk about though, in my completion of A1000, my first completion, I could barely detect exit rooms. Now I can. There's one in the next room. So I just go back, and if there's an entity, I can hide. The problem is, in the past, I'd just go here, open the door, and think, oh shit, there's a wall, and then start running back. That loses a lot of time. If I can hear it, I know to immediately hit it and turn around and run. So I guess I just need to be better at doing that. Can you not walk over this sideways? Oh, it's just in a bad spot. 100 left, almost. 100, like, 8. I think I've only got like 2 or 3 exit rooms left. So it's highly unlikely I end up dying here. Item in the next room, just a basic one, which is probably going to be a battery. Ah, bandage. Yeah, I didn't hear that one. Huh. Yeah, there was no exit nearby. A90. Every banana in the world would emit some dollars worth of antimatter. I mean, everything emits some dollars of something. I forget exactly how antimatter works, because one of the weird things I've heard about nickel-56 decaying, and for some reason making positrons, I believe, which is anti-neutrons. Oh, no, anti-electrons, which would be positive electrons. I'm not sure why it creates positrons instead of just electrons, but, you know. I know bananas have, like, radioactive isotopes of potassium. So they would definitely emit something. I remember seeing a fact, not sure if it's actually a true one, but probably. At least roughly close to true. Which is, if you eat 10,000 bananas in, was it like 15 minutes? I think it was if you eat 1,000 bananas in under 10 minutes, you die of radiation poisoning. I remember the response to that just being like, ah yes, the radiation will kill you. Oh shit, shit. There's an exit. Not here, next room. A90. No A90. Oh wait, I'm gonna have to do something really annoying. Calculating the true danger of an exit room would be extremely difficult. Because I'd have to first work out the... Calculating the probability of a dangerous exit room would have me having to, I believe, calculate the chances of getting an exit room, the chances of getting an exit room, the chances of an entity spawning, the fact that they only spawn after room 200, so I'll have to account for that. I have to know exactly when they start to spawn. I have to not include A1000. And on top of that, worst of all, I have to somehow know whether an entity attacks in the previous room or not, because an entity cannot attack in the very next room if an entity is already attacked. So, like, if an entity attacks in room 100, it can't attack in room 101, with the exception of A90. But calculating that would suck. Is it getting louder? No, it's not real. I'm losing my mind. I actually need to check for this. Like, seriously. Imagine I get an A90 during that and I just blast my ears out. Longest word without any vowels. Huh. I think the reason why I keep feeling like I'm hearing... Why I feel like I keep hearing the exit room is because there's actual ambience that's playing. And so I'm just mistaking it, because it's so quiet that it becomes a bit more, like, vague. I'm not sure why there's actual ambience, but it's cool. Aha, get cheesed. Wait, I've only got like 10 minutes left. Okay, I gotta go faster. Double room. I think I'm not gonna bother with calculating the chance of finding... no, I don't really play horror games. I'll play games like this. Safe. I'll get one more of these, I think. Potentially two. If I get a 999 on this, I'm gonna lose my shit. Ooh, money. I wonder if there's any, like, genuinely safe hiding spots from, like, other entities. Like, if you can somehow get behind this or something. I think I remember hearing something about being able to hide in the corner to survive A120, but I don't think that works. Item. No item, just gold. Ah. hallucinating again? Or is that another exit room? I'm also gonna have to look into what's causing the glitch. That. Yeah, that's what it is. Look what happens if you get out of a locker looking sideways. If you get out of a locker facing sideways, you end up on top of it. Like that. Now, I shouldn't try to break the game, but basically, if you get out of a locker looking at a weird angle, you'll teleport up. That's dangerous if you try to get out of the locker when a 90 spawns, because you could fall and that would count as movement. So I guess it's best to try and get out facing straight, but that can still go wrong. Still, I need less trivia, I just need to get through the end. What? I don't want to get the send signal spam. Is it still doing it? No, I did it correctly. There's a lot of open doors. Yes. And no rebound. I'm gonna have to find the clip of it, but there's a double rebound that I have of A120, and I assume they just have equal chances of rebounding, like, each time. So there may be such thing as a triple rebound, but unfortunately, let's say there's a 1 in 10 chance for a rebound. That makes it a 1 in 100 for 2 rebounds, and a 1 in 1,000 for 3 rebounds. It becomes very unlikely after enough time. So testing it would be horrendous. Because I'm not getting like 1,000 A120 spawns during this. Like, that's so much faster, but they have to pass through the catwalks, so... Wait, is their speed relative to where they spawn and how far away they are from you? Because, like, if they spawn a super far distance away, like, getting rooms like this compared to shorter rooms. Unless the distance to the door is always the same. Actually, is the distance to the door always the same? Like, the rooms always have the same length. What the? I think that's the last one. Could be, at least. And it's safe. Ah. Send signal. Is that a send signal? I doubt it. It is not a send signal. Imagine opening the dev console's summons like anti-cheat ambush. Alright, what's gonna go wrong here? I'm gonna be slightly more careful for this end. Just because. But yeah, I've decided, unfortunately, that the A1000 video is going to be scrapped completely. But it's not all for nothing, I can use it as, like, data, I guess. And there is also... I will make a video eventually on Block Tales Chapter 3. Because that is actually good footage. A90. Last A90. It's not going to be the last. Oh god, I need to pee. I've still got to do, like, everything after this, like floor 1 and shit. How do speedrunners do this? It's actually a bit dark in my room. Like, I did close the blinds and all, but maybe it's a bit much. This is a weird way to spend my last day on break. Like, I'm back in school tomorrow. Also, I've got some homework I don't think I finished yet. There's like... a question that wants me to show the overlap between two shapes. But from what I've gathered, there's no overlap at all. I don't know, maybe. Most people do have some sort of fear. Not all will be like phobias or irrational fears and stuff, but most people will be afraid of something. What is it that you fear? Insects? Heights? Clowns? Death? Blockdale's Chapter 3 was so good. What happens if I get out on this side? Will I clip outside? You know, I think maybe don't test that. What happens if I leave the... What if I leave the clock running and an entity passes by? I think it doesn't destroy it. I remember playing, like, a fan game of Rooms, and, like, the entities were quite quiet sometimes. A60 was, like, stupidly fast, but very quiet. You had, like, a half a second to react to them. It was funny, though. Anyway, there might be one more exit. I am almost there! Oh! 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 Ow, my fingers. I'm starting to get to a point where I'm almost overdue an exit room, which is concerning. Still no rebound. Like, genuinely nothing. I think I'm going to be counting this correctly. Hopefully not incorrectly. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. Pi. E. And the golden ratio. Hooray. Alright, there we go. Worst case scenario has been averted. A1000. Is it actually possible to do this then? Oh, it is. I didn't know you could do that. When does the game just give up? Ah, so much juice. Oh, look, I've caused an error. What does that do? Main UI, initiator, main game, remote list of modules. Oh my god, it does not explain. What does flash specify? Well, it seems like I've been causing the same error over and over again. Also, what's this? Attempt to index nil with room. Main server dungeon gen. Line 2363 function. Server script service dot control. Main server dungeon gen line that. Function generate next room. There it is. Yeah. So there's a function to, over there, behind that door, generate room 1001 to stop the generation from breaking. I want to move them. I win. I could make some sort of funny message with this, but I think I'm gonna have to do that next time because I need to go in a minute. Wait, I could make one of the coolest things ever. You can place them on the things? Oh, I'm doing that. I'm definitely doing that. God damn it, it doesn't go on those ones. Because it's too far away. It does go on those. Oh, this is gonna be so cool. If they could go there, that would also be cool, but they obviously can't for reasons. Wait, the things move. I think I could genuinely put it up there if it wanted to. Oh, it's beautiful. Okay, it's not beautiful. It's fucking disgusting. I did it! I'm gonna take none of them. Oh, those ones are really overlapping like crazy. Oh yeah. I need more of them. Woo! Oh wait, let me check the... I could actually check to see what's causing this error. Is it me trying to pick up something I already have? No. I think it was me just spam creating them or something. Oh wait, it must have been me trying to generate one while they were already generated. Or while I already had one. Anyway, it's time for me to actually get this done. I need to safely deliver Doors of P. My goal is to safely deliver the barrel to the end of the game, so I can use it later for experimentation. I'm turning my light back on. This is going to be annoying because I have to get through another like 40 rooms, but I can do it. I can definitely do it, and I definitely don't really need to pee right now. How long has it even been that I've been streaming? I think it's only been like... Wait, it's been like 3.5 hours. For a second I thought it was only like... So, look, I've done it before, but I can't do it now. I'm not gonna go at like hyper speed. I do need to collect everything I can find in here. In fact, I have no light source. Perfect. More data. Now granted, it's actually very much like a necessity to have a light source in the final rooms of the game, and I will use a light source in the final rooms because it won't change any of my data. Also, those were boxes that didn't give any items. That's really weird. Those boxes have a tendency to give you items. No lockpicks, since I kind of used them. And unfortunately, I'm physically incapable of getting any lockpicks at all because of my testing. Okay. So I need to resist using this monstrosity. As long as I don't die, it's okay. If I really am in a panic, I need to use it, because it will save me from everything. I don't know why no items are generating in those. Also, my movement is really buggy. What's that? I thought I saw something on the floor. But like, my movement feels really weird right now. So it's cool that you can get Dread in this room. I wonder though if it's possible to actually go long enough that you can find Dread in this room, like survive. Technically you can. Oh my god! What is this? What is this slowness? What the? So if I move, the game starts sliding me backwards as soon as I step back. For some reason. What the? The game is sliding me backwards. And it's actually making me lose all my speed. This could be dangerous in the Seek chase. This bug could kill me. I've got a bug where if I stop moving, like if I stop moving for long enough, I can move normally, somewhat. But if I start moving, stop, and then try to move again, I get stuck. This is so weird. Also, I was supposed to loot that previous room, but I think I should stop concerning myself with looting everything and just, like, move on. Something tells me there's a dupe room ahead of me. $75. I don't remember if I've heard that before, but like, look how it's sliding backwards. What is this? What's triggered this? Why do I always find like the most broken shit with this game? Like, I'm sliding backwards. Like, I've somehow found a way to just slide backwards. Last time I did the rooms, I found a way to mute all sound. Well, not all sound. No, it's not... Wait, my FOV is moving me? Is there a way to fix that? No, I don't think there's a way to fix it. That's very unusual. Yo! I'm not even holding anything. What the fuck is this? Oh, that's weird. If I'm in first person... Oh my god, how am I doing that? I'm not holding anything. What is this? What the fuck? It's speeding up randomly. Ah. I hate this, but love it. I don't know what triggered this. Still broken. Vitamins in the Seek Chase is my best option. Well, technically I have an even better option, but oh god, no, I shouldn't have done that. Shit, no, 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 no! Okay, no. Sometimes risks have to be taken, but I am not taking that risk. Oh! Look at this! It's so much more noticeable now. I get stuck moving. Alright, I'm gonna have to get my use out of this thing. 85 is next. Jesus, the amount of them. 85 is next. Where's 85? Oh. Whoa, they are really far away from me. I guess, yeah, you're right, it's FOV. It has to be FOV that's doing this. How's this gonna affect me later? So, that is really annoying, the Barrel of Starlight. It is very annoying I'm not gonna have a full Barrel of Starlight to bring to the end. But to be honest, I guess, like, I've still got 3 uses of it. So at least I can perform, like, I don't know, 3 random tests with it to see what happens. Other than that, I guess I need to just go. I'll check the special loot area. I don't remember that. But yeah, no, like, I was dying in that Seek Chase if I did not use that. I was likely to die. So I'll look for the thing. If I cannot find it, I will just kind of give up. Also, my plan is not to beat floor 1. My plan is just to get this into the rift and leave. That's kind of it. I could show a death to figure. There it is. Seeing how far offset they are from my wait, they're offset from my FOV, so like when they're behind me, they're really far away. Oh, I was about to say what happens if one spawns in front of me. They physically can't spawn in front of me. But like, it could look insane. They'd be inside my own head. Rigged. This is so rigged. The fuck is this? I can't even access this place. I was wondering before why climbing upstairs was so slow. Like in the rooms and shit. I was wondering why climbing upstairs was so slow in the rooms. This is why, potentially. Oh wait, no, it was never that slow. Now I have to be extremely careful. I don't know. That's one dealt with, and I assume I don't have 2 to deal with. Ah, no! No, 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 no! Get to the nearest hiding spot. I don't have time to do the double room strat. I have to just test and, like, do this carefully. I've heard they can't spawn on 97 and beyond, but still, I'm not on 97. God, even the game's being impatient with me. I thought I got stuck for a second in there. You really have to put it there? Yeah, the room is so much darker. Eyes actually lit up that one. It's pretty cool. Okay, oh my god. Okay, I don't think Rush can kill me by this distance, but actually they can. I think I'm good. Please. Wait, how's this movement gonna work for, like... Oh god. I'm okay. There's a rush coming. Yep. That will happen when I activate two of them. Okay, I think I'm still safe. Two more rooms. Just run for it. It is annoying. If I didn't have this glitch, I wouldn't have had to use the Barrel of Starlight, but I guess the point of Barrel of Starlight is to save me. Or research. I needed research. Alright, let's go. 100. Did I just hear the sound relating to Rush spawning? I guess I could be careful. Just in case. I wonder what happens if I run the clock to play during the animation. Well, I gotta get ready to run. And hopefully, I won't be held back. Go, 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 go! Oh yeah, they're pretty lenient on this, aren't they? Imagine I beat all of this without pressing the W key because of offset or some shit. Oh shit, stairs! Oh, never mind, it wasn't that bad. What is that sound? It's so loud. I've heard something about finding a crucifix here. Apparently it can just happen. At like the bottom of the stairs. Oh, it is that. Oh god, I really need to pee. why did this happen? I don't really need a vial of Starlight, plus it's really easy to get, so let's say goodbye to that. What? Shit! Well, there goes that. And there it is. It's at 3 uses. Not the greatest, but it works. I might actually want to test the bug where you can get them down somewhere they shouldn't be. God, it is so broken. Oh wait, I don't have the key. You know what? Just... here we go. That's cool, it moves. I'm literally trying to die. How are they... How are they this inept? Oh my god. There we go, took them long enough. Hooray! I did it! I beat A1000 and I got the Barrel of Starlight to safety. Well, without using it much. I had to still use it once. But I did it! And I did it almost on time. And I kinda need to pee. 4 hours. I need to get faster at that, like 3 hours, potentially. Not sure how many that would be per room. If I can do 100 rooms every 10 minutes, it should only take, to be honest, probably only about 2 hours if I can do, floor 1 in 20 minutes. So I could get this a whole lot faster, if I just know what I'm doing. I wonder how much faster that is. Wait, I don't think that's much faster than my actual first completion. But I survived 2 exit room A60s, which is awesome. I wonder what I should do for streams. Probably just more of this so I can get more data. I'm going to be testing a lot to do with lighters and flashlights. I think with the more items modifier, it's easier to compare items. With the more stuff modifier, it's very easy to compare lighters to flashlights in terms of rarity. Like, let's say after enough testing, I could get it to, like, flashlights are 4 times rarer than lighters. Oh, I think I've heard this before, but I don't remember. I think once I saw something about, like, Ragdoll Universe, there's a secret you can do in there and it sends you here, but I could be wrong about that. Anyway, I did it. That's my second A1000. I can't wait to do, like, 8 more. Hooray.